Societal factors of chronic illness. Social factors can influence the health of an individual by affecting the way we are exposed to disease. These factors also contribute to the public perception of health problems and societal reaction to those affected by chronic illness. According to Dr. Anthony Giddens, one of medical sociologists' main concerns is understanding the experience of illness, how being sick, chronically ill, or disabled is experienced by sick persons and by those with whom they interact. Societal risk factors, including education, income and occupation, and ethnicity and race, have all been linked to the health or illness of an individual. Increase in disease risk can be traced back to smoking tobacco, drinking alcohol, unhealthy eating, and lack of physical activity. The preceding risk factors contribute to personal conditions including high blood pressure, obesity, an increase in bad cholesterol, and an underoperating metabolism, along with various organ diseases. The economic effects include an increase in healthcare costs, productivity loss in the workplace, disability, or even death. In the last 50 years, healthcare costs have increased significantly. Since 1960, total healthcare expenditures have grown by an average of 2.5 percentage points faster per year than the nation's gross domestic product. Healthcare spending has grown from 5% of GDP in 1960 to about 17%, or $2.4 trillion in 2008. By 2018, that number is expected to almost double to $4.4 billion. The person-environment perspective suggests that the environment in which we live is not a stage set before which we live out our lives, but instead a living part of our existence from which we take what we need, control what we can, and adjust to those elements beyond our control. Essentially, what this perspective is stating is that we are influenced by environments, and our environment in turn influences us. The idea is to maintain balance between oneself and world they live in. From a holistic viewpoint, this perspective can be interpreted to mean all that exists is connected. Everything is directed towards an understanding of whole systems rather than particular events or phenomena. In the 1970s and 80s, Urie Bronfenbrenner introduced what he believed to be the model of human development. His theory outlines the development of an individual through life by their environmental experiences. Bronfenbrenner argued the ecological environment is conceived as a set of nested structures, each inside the next, like a set of Russian dolls. Basically, his theory believes that each experience is related to all other happenings in an individual environment. The biopsychosocial model, BPS, is a generalized approach to the factors that influence our health. BPS encompasses our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, as well as social influences, socioeconomical, environmental, and cultural factors. All of these presented together play an important role in the way a person functions when regarded with disease. The biopsychosocial model constituted a paradigm shift in modern medical science. The BPS model posits that these dimensions influence one another in a profound way, and thus they must all be incorporated in a meaningful treatment regimen. Each theory has its valid points, but in order to consider all the societal factors that influence a person's health, it is best to use a combination approach. Taking from the person in perspective, it is not all that difficult to understand how we are connected to the world around us. When we consider that we have a direct connection to our existing environment, we are able to link our mind, body, and soul with the rest of the world. Considering Bronfenbrenner's theory that each environmental layer contains prescribed norms, values, roles, and expectations, we still see that link to the environment in regards to our own health. And it is there in the biopsychosocial model as well. Each event has relation to another. Society is a part of our environment, so it stands to say that social influences or risks can and do have a direct impact on the health or illness of an individual.